Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It's a bit of a cloudy day out today. It's 22 Celsius, feels like 28 with the humidex, which means 71 Fahrenheit, feels like 82. Air quality is a 2, but it's still a beautiful day out there. Like I say, a little bit cloudy. We've got a few mosquitoes happening because we had a fair bit of rain day before yesterday, but that's the way it rolls. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Jan. Nice to see you guys. So, I still don't know what I feel like doing today. I do have some new toys. I've got this wonderful roller with ball chain on it. Ron and Norm built this for me. Hi, Lisa. Nice to see you. So the problem, it doesn't roll nice on the gel plate, but I can roll it in paint and then roll it on a paper, but it just gives little dots. Do I have one here to show you? I've been playing with these new toys. You see all those nice little dots? I used many, many colors of paint and then pulled it. Or, I had the background and then pulled it. And then, hi, Anina, nice to see you. And then I got this lovely strip of ball chain. So it makes really cool marks when you drag it. Oh, that one with the dots, actually, I dipped it in the paint, and then what I did was I put it on the gel plate, and I used my brayer on top of it, and that's how I got those dots. This one really gives just, where is it? This piece of paper here. Those are the dots that the roll of ball chain makes. Just little red dots like that. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Sherry. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Lee. Good evening to you. So it's interesting, definitely interesting. This is fun because that's how I did these lines. Is I dragged this through the paint on the gel plate, and yep. So those are a couple of the toys they made me. Then they made me. I don't know what these are from. They're just sort of little plastic shapes, but they're glued together. Ron glued them together, so I get these really cool little triangular marks. And then this one has a circle and a triangle. So it's, cool little marks. And then this got cut off. So I've got these, they kind of look like H's. I wonder, I've got paper with it on somewhere. Don't know where. Anyway, then they brought, Norm had put up some new blinds. Yeah, pieces from blinds. Ron put up some blinds for us in our living room, and it's a roller blind, and it's made out of this really funky fabric, vinyl, plastic. I don't know what it is. So anyway, I lopped off a piece and I used it on the gel plate to see what kind of marks it made. I don't know how well you can see it. See these little scrubbies here? That's what it, very, very delicate marks. Doesn't work great as a stamp, but it does definitely leave an interesting kind of a texture for that. So of course it's got the paint on it. So obviously it takes paint well, it doesn't scrape off or anything. So what I was thinking is I had to try stitching on it. It embroiders lovely. So I did a few different kinds of stitches, and it's kind of like a grid thing, so that if you were doing a row, your stitches would all be kind of symmetrical. It's really kind of cool. So I've got, because the blinds had to be cut down to fit my windows, I have a fair bit of this vinyl. I don't even know what it is. It doesn't stretch. It's some sort of vinyl, but you can see through it. Like, you know, it's not totally opaque. It is definitely translucent. It's got kind of holes. Anyway, there are those things that they brought me. And then, Jean and I are taking a course. Yeah, the embroidery is going to be interesting. And I'm thinking if I paint it and do some embroidery, I could have a really interesting piece. But I haven't decided exactly what I'd like to do with it yet. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then because I had these pieces of ball chain and they'll just slide off of there, I had to try and do, you know how we used to do those, pull it through the books? So I went out and I asked him if I could have a big piece of ball chain. So I've got like about a 14, I don't know how long is that. It's long, 17 inches. So of course I had to try it. I had paint in here, submerged it in the paint, and did a whole bunch of pulls in that Korean dictionary. Tried pulling it on the gel plate too. This is one of the pulls from the gel plate. Here's another one. So what I did was I put it on the gel plate, I put the paper on it, and then I pulled it gently. Not sure how good it is for the gel plate, but you know. So this was just kind of scribbling with this thing of ball. This one I had way too much water on. I did a pull, but it's okay. It's fun. This one didn't have as much water. Although I have to warn you, if you want to do this, you need to find the signature in the book. So, of course, it's buried beside me here. This is that Korean dictionary. So if you're using a book, what I found was you need to find the signature. And books have signatures. We know that. We make journals. So you see where the signature is, and you find the center of it, and you work from the center out. Hi, Belinda. Nice to see you. So that way you can pull it out and then do more and more and more. So I did an entire signature I pulled in various. This one, you kind of lay it back and forth like a zigzag and then pull. What I did not realize the first pull that I did was, of course, it's going to snap at you, kind of, right? And flip back on you. My jeans are covered in black paint. I haven't had a chance to do laundry. So this one again was a zigzag kind of pull. So mirror image, right? Because it's between the book pages and you got the zigzag and you pull gently, like you hold it down and you pull gently. And this one, again, zigzag. This one turned out absolutely stunning. It's almost like flowers or something. I don't know. This, I tried coiling it, and that's what this one was. I coiled it and then pulled it, so it kind of pulled the entire center of the coil out when it did it. And it's interesting, but I don't know. I like these much better. So I had to play with that. That was when? Tuesday. It was no, maybe Wednesday. I don't remember. This week has been a blur. So I played with that. And then Friday I had the big family dinner, had a blast. Yesterday I was at the car show all day with my brother. I did not get photos, and I really wish I would have got photos because I'm going to be donating journals for their silent auctions because they seem to do this a couple of times a year. Hi, Brenda. Nice to see you. So I'm going to do a couple of card journals just to have on hand for that. It's kind of funny. The guy who arranged it, lovely man, covered in tats, definitely a card guy. You know, they race, like it's a racing team that put this on, this fundraiser. And he said he flipped through the journal because he was curious. And he's a big, muscular man. And he says, you know, I flipped through it and he was like, I don't want to give this away. I don't journal, but I wanted it. And I just kind of laughed. So anyway, that was a good thing. They raised lots of funds for the family, which was even better. And I have no idea what I really feel like doing today, guys. Jean and I are taking a course. We're making a black and white journal. So the lady started us by doing black marks on white paper, like for a zine. So the paper was laid out. We marked them all up, let it dry, folded it up into a zine, and then start working on the cover. So they're using models, fashion models and stuff. And I have nothing like that in my house. But I do have carving magazines. So I took out one of the carvings, and I kind of made them my own. Um, I'm not sure how happy she's going to be because it's supposed to be, she said, make it your own. So I am. I'm making it my own. So that's what Jean and I are doing for the next 5 days, making a black and white journal. We're taking that course. What else is new and exciting? Let me think. Yeah, I really haven't done much. What do you guys think I should do today? I've obviously got black paint on the desk because of it was still going when I came on. Yeah, it's about my happy, not hers. Exactly. That's we know that that's what I'm gonna do. That it's gonna be my style because I'll take her tips and tricks and maybe she's got something new, right? That's why I'm taking it because got to try something new for sure. But I don't normally work black and white unless I'm just doodling it, right? That I have not done a black and white zine or a journal or anything. Hey, did I not say hello, Teresa, right at the very beginning? I said hello, Jan, hello, Teresa. I meant to say hello, Teresa. It's really nice to see you. Hi, Tony, nice to see you. I still have not got your envelope because I know that that would be the next question. But I do love you. Um, I will let you know as soon as I get it. But like I say, I got something from Becca. She sent it from Texas. It took 5 weeks to get here, and that was before both of our post offices were being sods, right? So your envelope has not arrived yet. I am not worried about it. I know you sent it. No, don't worry. Don't be sorry. I knew it's going to take a while. It's fine. No worries. But if in 5 weeks I haven't got it, I will let you know. I will keep you updated. So far, nada. Oh, and look, Jan had these commissioned for me. They're Canadian stamps so that I can. Hey, look, I got paint right here and a brush. Let's show you what it does. I can play with them. So we're going to try this because we can. Let's put a little bit more paint. Because we know I'm going to use paint, not stamp pads. Oh, it is. It really is. Oh, a little bit too wet. But they're lovely. I know I probably should use a stamp pad. It does say Canadian. So then obviously I know now that brushing it works, but not great. So I need to do it through a felt, um, you know, put the felt down and put the paint on the felt and use it like a stamp pad. Oh, you make them. Oh, cool. Thank you. Even thank you more. So that's very cool. Anyway, look, they work beautifully. So I'm excited, but I will have to put a piece of felt down to use them. Look at this lovely muck water. I know. I should probably move that, right? You're cooking and back to the balcony. Yeah, it's crazy. Had the big family dinner on Friday. My grandson and his girlfriend could not attend because they were sick and they're not allowed to bring germs into my house. I'm a little picky that way. So they're coming for supper today, but I had my brother here yesterday after the car show. So I've been cooking big meals and I've got another one to cook today. And I'm sick of cooking. Shh, don't tell anybody. I mean, we've got lots of leftovers in the fridge, but when you're having people like company over, you want to cook something new every day. And I don't know how to cook small. So I sent lots of leftovers with my brother yesterday. And Friday, I would have sent them with the kids that are coming today, but they weren't there. Ha! Sauerkraut and wieners. See? We were talking about sauerkraut and bratwurst. My brother actually was saying he'd gone to Germany and they were serving bratwurst and he asked for the sauerkraut. And they kind of looked at him like he was on glue. And he said, so it's a Canadian American thing that, you know. So now I'm very interested to see where exactly sauerkraut was created. No, cooking small is not easy. I don't I don't know if I'll ever learn how to cook small because I'm one of those people cook by feel, right? So whatever I feel like throwing the pot goes in the pot. And I have started with like a nice sized pot and ended up with my big Dutch oven because I keep throwing stuff in. Because you put the stuff in and then you look at it and you go, oh, that's not very much. So then you add more. Like I'm really bad for that at Christmas time because I'll make a pan of halapchi or which is cabbage rolls, or a pan of whatever, and I look at it and go, well, there's 12 people coming. That's not going to feed 12 people. So then I make more, and then Christmas dinner comes, and I'm pulling all this stuff out of the freezer, and I'm going, oh, well, that's a little bit overboard. I have never had black eyed peas. I'll be honest. I don't know what I'm working on today. I'm taking a course and I could do it through the videos, but because I've got company, I don't want to be on the computer all day. So I was watching the course before my stream and they hadn't finished by the time I was streaming. So, and I was away yesterday. I will figure it out. So in the South, yeah, black eyed peas are a staple. I believe it. Good morning, Monica. How are you? Nice to see you. Okay, so since I'm not sure what I'm working on today, we're just going to do the pull a stick and a prompt card and see what the heck I'm working on today. Because I think that's just going to be the easiest thing. Okay, pick a color. Purple, green, yellow, blue, red, orange, natural. Hi, Jean. Good morning, good morning. Green. Green. Paper dolls. I just did paper dolls. That's okay. I can do paper dolls. Not a problem. I like making paper dolls. I think I just made a whole bunch of short, stumpy paper dolls, didn't I? Or was that the gonks? I think I did paper dolls as well. It's okay. We'll do bigger paper dolls today. Look, I have a piece of black cardstock right here. It's okay. Paper dolls are fun. I am going to cut this. Let's do a really tall, skinny paper doll. What do you guys think? We can just have an absolute blast. We'll cut it there. 1, 2, 3, 4.5 inches. That's a nice size. Ooh, taking liberty with sunflowers. What was that? Jan, how tall was that tallest sunflower? Norm told me, and I can't. Was it 35 feet? This year's Guinness Book of Record sunflower was something like that. And somewhere down south. 35 feet 9 inches. Now that is a tall sunflower. That is very cool. All right. All right. Looky, looky, looky. I'll be honest, I'm going to make one paper doll today. It's going to be a semi-short stream because I have to figure out what I'm making for supper. I'm having company. I don't even know what I'm making for supper. You know how that goes. So I did have some skin tone paper left over from doing the dogs or the dolls or something. And I put it, I don't know where, guys. Oh, my word. Over here. Okay. Well, that, oh yeah, look at this lovely bubble wrap. I have to poke them though because when you put them down on the gel plate, they take the paint off in big circles. And then you get these black. Tall and skinny like you? All right. It's in Indiana. Yeah, we were at the car show. And Norm goes, hey, guess how tall? Because we like that kind of trivia. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking for my skin tone paper, and I have zero clue as to where that went. I really have to do a deep clean in this area. Doesn't matter, we can mix them up, right? We've got yellow. We got some yellow. Oh, I'm going to make way too much skin tone and have to paint pages again. And just a little bit of red. Oh, I don't want to use that red because the paint or pencil crayons don't stick to it. Just a little bit of red. I think that's all I'm going to get out of here is just a little bit of red. Come on, come on. Oh, just doesn't want to work. We'll do that roll up thing like we do with toothpaste. Ah, it's hard. Could you imagine? It's going to snap back like that. I'm going to get a face full of red paint. So, Jane, I was telling them about the class that we're taking and how I'm doing it my way because I don't have fashion ladies. So I'm using carvings. Ugh, come on. It doesn't want to play, guys. Okay. I need a red. I need a red. An orange. Chalkboard paint. Well, whatever. Look, and it hasn't even been opened. Well, maybe it has. Well, we're going to go like this. So Thursday, my girlfriend and I went to Costco Wednesday, because I was having the big family dinner. And we found these little lemon meringue pie things that there's 6 in a package, and they're in little glass dishes, but they have a plastic cap on them. So we split it. We split a bunch of other stuff too, but that was. So you put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and let it sit for a minute, and they are so darn good. I have no idea who made them, because it was beside the hummus, and I wanted hummus. So it was in that kind of area. But they were really good. Now I've got these really cute little glass dishes. Okay, so I've got yellow. You can't see it. I've got yellow, I've got white, and I'm just going to add little bits of red at a time. You had plenty of images? Yeah, I was hacking stuff up this morning. I was hacking up a carving magazine. So I've got, things like this, like some, carvings people have done. When I was part of the carving club in Winnipeg, that was a free subscription that came with our yearly uh, fee. So I still have a bazillion of those books because Kim doesn't throw anything out. Oh, you've had them, Jen? Yeah, they're really good. And the thing is they're so nice and small. That's all you need, like, is one of those little cup things. It's like a piece of pie. And it definitely has the meringue on top. I have no idea what chalk point paint is. Obviously, use it on blackboards, but it's not like a milk paint. Mind you, it's glossy. It could be like a milk paint. Look, I've got a nice golden-ish color. Can you see that? I'm going to consider that a skin tone. You've hacked up his onion and hot dogs? Yeah. Teresa, I've seen your paper dolls. You've done some lovely paper dolls. Okay, so we're doing a tall, skinny. I'm not doing proportion, guys. Kim's not. It's not happening today. Not happening. My paintbrushes are over there. Oi, stretch. These aren't all my paintbrushes, but this is what I've been using lately. And that's what I have handy. So I'm going to use a 1/2 inch flat. I'm going to make a head. A head. I'm going to leave enough room so that we can do some really wild hair. And we're just going to do sort of an oval-ish shape. Now, those of you that are real artists, I'm pretty sure that you can tell me, because I seem to remember this from another class that I had taken. A person's head is like 1/7 of their body height. Like if you marked a person into 7 sections, the head would be 1/7. Let's move that totally to a different table because we know the brush is going to go in that instead of the water. Oh, fuzzy. Sorry, guys. Come, be nice. There we go. Like magic. So we got our head. Now, should we have like cool bell-bottom pants? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? And look, I've got the gel prints from, were we playing Friday? No, this is when I played after. That one. That one I did with you guys. Nope. Yes, that one I did with you guys, correct? This one I did after because that's using the bubble wrap. This is business cards. We're going to put those aside. We'll do something with those another time. And then I've got this wild orange. These I did after I played with you guys. The reason, because I used a roller that I didn't use. And then I got a black one and this one. This roller I found, that's that shelf liner one. Just drag it up. This one, it's the shelf liner one. Yeah, different than jeans, definitely. I didn't get it wrapped all the way around. So I've got these kind of lines happening. But that's okay. That is perfectly okay. Okay, before I go too far, Jan, do you have any of those cardboard centers from vinyl? Because if you do not, Jan, are you here, hun? It's not answering me. I will wait. Cardboard centers from vinyl? You believe not? Like the centers that the rolls of vinyl are on from the Cricut. Anyway, I got the guys to cut this down, one down for me, so that I could make more of those rolls to use on a roller handle. You know, I've used the vinyl cutouts, etc. on them. Good thing there was no water in any of those. Okay, so I'm going to send these home with Norm for you. And then you could use it and then get a small paint roller handle like this. And then you could put it in. Okay, that's a little, you might have to put another something in the center. But anyway, but then you can roll it on the sorry guys, I'm getting a parcel ready to go home with Norm for her. So have to check as I think about it, because otherwise we all know I'm going to forget. And I figure since he's here, this is going to save me postage. All right, so we've got the head. Now, what color bell bottoms do we want? Do we want the pink? We could do these fun pink, or we could do the blue. You have small pink handles. Orange. I knew that was going to be my next question. Orange it is. All right. I have scissors. We're just going to lop off a hunk. Because we can. And I'm going to cut off the white edges. Oh, you know what? I got this big white stripe in there. I don't like that. I like that thing. We're going to take this piece here. It's got less white. Less white. Look, guys, I'm making more scraps. Okay, so the pants are going to be about that length. Well, we'll lop it in half. And I'm going to take the side that doesn't have as much weight on it. Okay, Andrea. Certainly, certainly. So we're going to fold this in half because I just find it easier to do. So that's the waist. So even though she's skinny, she's going to have decent hips, guys. Decent hips. And then these are going to get all flared out like this. How's that? Are they too short? Did I cut that too short? Well, she could have big platform shoes. Right? She can have big platform shoes. So, now, I'm trying to decide if I want to put these down first and then the top, or the top down first and then that. And this kind of looks like tie-dye, right? So this would make a great tie-dye shirt. We can embellish that a fair bit. I think I want more yellow. So it'll match, you know. We're going to make her a flower girl. One of them there. Oh, look, that's a nice brighter yellow. Ooh. I got a plan. I do. I'm going to lop that off. I'm going to take all these bits off. Why am I throwing the scraps over there, you ask, instead of the garbage? I have no idea. All right. This is going to be your top. So we're going to fold that in half. So we got a scoop neck. And then I think I would like kind of like puffy sleeves. And I think this is going to end up being a belly shirt. Oh, I did that wrong. Did that wrong. Crapola. I can fix it. I'll come in from the bottom and fix it. And this is going to be like this. I hope I fixed it. And I think it's going to be like the puffy gathered sleeves kind of thing. So I'm going to go like that. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, thank you, Monica. Little top. Yep. All right. So it's going to go like this. I'm going to glue the top down. No, I'm not. I'm going to place it like this, and then I'm going to decide what I want to do with arms. And she's going to have a belly, and we're going to give her a belly button ring with maybe a gem. And then she's going to have really high platform shoes. So first of all, we're going to give her a neck. Right? She's got to have a neck. And of course, we're going to fix this after, right? We're going to do the shading with some pencils and stuff after. Wow, she got fat neck, guys. What are you thinking, Kim? Wait, I wasn't. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I'll come in with the black and fix it. Neck. Just go to neck, Kim. Okay, so just a little bit of skin showing there. We need to add just a little bit of skin. Oh, what are we? Something about Teresa's cool. Orange and pink bell bottoms, zipper down the front of each leg. Oh, that would be, very, very awesome. All right, so we need a little bit of skin to fill out the shirt, like this, like that. And of course, I pulled up the black. I will come back and fix that after, of course. I'm always having to fix stuff because nothing ever is perfect. So now I'm going to glue that shirt down like this with glue. Oh, see? Not thinking. Kim is just so not thinking today. There, we got a shirt. Now we're going to have a bit of a belly. Mm, it's kind of tall and skinny, so I'm not going to take it right to the edge. At least get it up to the shirt, right? Like that. Oh, yeah. Yes. Now we're going to glue down the pants. She's going to be tall, guys. A tall doll. We're just getting the basics down, and then we are going to do all the embellishing, like the pockets and that kind of stuff, right? Oh, kind of crooked. It's okay. She's okay. Sunflower hair? She could have sunflower hair, kind of thing. We'll figure it out. We will. And then she needs some legs to go into her shoes. Right? Just a couple of skinny legs like this. And she'll have to have some sort of feet. Because we're going to have to cut some really tall platform shoes. Okay, so her legs are very fat. I'll come in with the black paint and I'll fix that because her legs are too fat. Right there needs a fix. And there needs a big fix. I will outline the whole thing in black paint when I am done. Now we need some super high platform shoes, and I think they need to be in, hmm, hmm, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to take some water. I'm going to figure out how her arms are going to go. Because, again, I stuck her arms straight out the sides, guys. So I have to remember to have it so that the sleeves open up at the bottom, not the sides. Kind of like that. Then she could have like, no, because I want her belly to be showing. Hmm. That was just muck water that I used because I'm just trying to figure out how I exactly want to do this. Okay. We know that it has to go at the top of the shirt. Like the sleeves have to fit there. So there's elbow and then down. This. This is a brain workout for me today. She wants a hug, yeah. She could be holding a sign that says free hugs. She's going to be having flowers in her hair. I like that. Ooh, big fat arm. Don't like that big fat arm. Good thing I got black paint, guys. Good thing I got black paint. Just take a little bit of that arm off. There we go. I know where it is. I know where it is. Oh, see, this should have been cut this way instead of that way. So maybe she's going to have like a big floral belt as well. I think so. Or she could be holding like the top of the sign. We could have kind of chains coming down so it covers just this part here. I like that. I do like that, I have to admit. All right. So, first things first. She needs some sort of funky hair, some beautiful hair. Right? She'll need some beautiful hair. Okay, so she's not as skinny as I had anticipated, but that's okay. What color hair? What color hair? I guess we need some white so that we can put our eyes in. Right? Kim's trying to use up all her old paints because some of them are so dry. We had this conversation. Dark brown hair? All right. Can do that. Definitely can do that. Need a liner brush because I'm going to put the eyes in. Oh, look, I got hair sticking out the side. I don't know if you guys can see that. You get a haircut because that's going to just tick me off to no end. Okay. So eyes are halfway down the head, right? Gotta remember that. That's where the eyeballs are going to go. Dark brown hair. All right. All right, all right. Looking for the dark brown. Okay, I've got this burnt sienna. It's kind of a rusty brown. It's not super dark, but it's got to get used because it's really old and it makes. See how it comes out? It's not smooth. Needs to be used because it's grody. I will need to mix just a little bit of water with that so that it smooths out just a little bit. This has a glob of glue on the end, so it'll pick up water nicely. Let's try this. So it's a red brown, Belinda. I hope that's okay. I'll probably use two-tone that and black. Or if I find my burnt umber, which should be behind me as well. Because we don't want just one solid color. She's got to have highlights. Because if she's a flower child, she spends a lot of time in the sunshine. Yes, those of you that my muck water is bothering, I'm sorry. I was on my feet all day at the car show on cement, and my feet are so sore today. I didn't even know if I was going to make it down the stairs. I actually came downstairs on my butt this morning. Okay, I can live with that. Not too happily, but I can live with that. Okay. Black. That's black. Red. Red. Orange. Come on. Here we go. Burnt umber. Yeah, she's got some curls. She does, she does. A little bit more curves than I'd anticipated, but it's okay. So, of course, since she's a flower child, her hair is going to be long and flowy, right? to kind of be parted down the middle and pretty much straight. Because that's the way them their flower girls had their hair. So I'm just trying to get both colors on my brush at a time. I'm just getting the shape of it right now. Ooh, I'm so quiet. So very, very quiet. Okay, so she's got long hair. Got to make sure that it comes right into the corner where her neck and her head meet, because there's going to be hair behind her as well, right? So we have to make sure that it indicates that there's hair at the back as well. And of course we need some eyebrows. Oh, her eyebrows are all over the place. Not good. Wasn't paying attention to how I was holding my brush. Oh, she's got eyebrows like me. Hi, Janet. You got a shirt like that? Yeah. I heard that you were there. It sounded like a blast. It's like, oh. Very heavy eyebrows. Well, you know what? Let's turn those into bangs. Ha! More than one way to skin it. Hippie chick. Yeah, I probably have shirts very similar to that too. Okay, so she doesn't have eyebrows. She's got bangs. That works for me. She's going to be really goofy looking, guys. I'm zero proportion, just like, yep. You know, she's going to be who she is. I'm just trying to get all the painting part done so that I can start embellishing with the pencil crayons. Get out them there pencil crayons. Okay, that needs to dry just a little bit. We've got the hair, but she needs flowers in her hair. So I think I'm going to start working on that. I need some yellow if I'm doing sunflowers. I'm doing a paper doll, Janet. I'm painting this paper doll, sort of. It's going to be what it's going to be. Let's get that off of there. Just making a mess. I was showing all the cool toys that Ron and Norm have built me. Jean was there while I was playing with them. Is okay. All right, so flowers in her hair. And we want like little sunflowers or something. But what do we want? We want some daisies. I can paint some daisies. We'll start with that. I'm just putting the centers down so that I know where I want these daisies to go, kind of. And then there'll be a big sunflower on this side. And then maybe some more daisies down here. Don't know if that makes sense to you guys. Seems to make perfect sense to me. All right, we're going to do some daisies. Oh, this brush is got too long of bristles for what I need. That's an ugly daisy. Where's my littler? Smaller, shorter, bristled. This one. Oh, the ends are just kapooey. I want, kind of like 3 bins of brushes here. Whoop. I think that one's a little thick. That one's long as well. What do you guys? That's a little long, but at least it hasn't been used, so it might give me more control for what I'm looking for the daisies. Yes, it does. It does. Paint's wet. I'm getting brown daisies here, guys. But that's fine. Because, you know, I'm going to do the first layer of petals, and then I'm going to come in and do the second layer of petals. So Dan went to a cool concert yesterday. I went to the car show. Anybody else do anything fun this weekend? It was bad going to the car show. Well, it wasn't bad, but it sure made me want a project vehicle again. Not like we need another project, you know, but just made me kind of go, oh. Because I mean, a lot of those cars were the rods and stuff that we grew up with, right? Like the old, the real cars, and like my brother's car sounds like a car, if you know what I mean. That it's got that rumble to it, and you can hear it coming miles away, and it's just got that deep thrumming. Yeah, you know what I mean. You don't get that with these new vehicles because they're pansy butt vehicles. Okay, I'll take this dark brown and we'll do a sunflower center right here. In fact, I'll take a little bit of black and add it to that too, so that it's like a nice, really dark brown center. We'll come in and add a little bit more to that shortly. Yeah, like it just, you feel it in your bones and you just go, yes, that is a vehicle. It's got 427 in there, I think, not a 454. The car next to us had a 454, and it was like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm such a child. The things that make me happy. And of course, there's another car show today, and he's headed to that. But can't be too big a sunflower in her hair because otherwise her hair, like her head, would be bent over. Because some of those are heavy with all the seeds in them and stuff. They can be pretty brutal. Now, of course, I can come in and add a few more daisies now that I know where the sunflower is going to go. Or I can add just another sunflower. When we had the older next door neighbor lady, well, I mean, she's my age, a little bit older than us, but she would call and go, oh, your brother's here. Can I come and look at his car? And it's like, yeah, yeah, come on over. Because she was, you know, we like those beasts of machines. Oh, I forgot that daisy over here. And we'll put one more here, I think, right beside the eye. True. And I mean, there are smaller sunflowers. There are. We got a flower child, guys. You know, it was really fun seeing all those. There were lots of people my age there. You know, their husbands have their cars that were their dads and that kind of thing. Um, but seeing all, because it was a racing club that put this on, there were a lot of very, very young women there. And it was great to see the various generations. Um, but what really, really struck me the most was the kids that were running around free. Um, because it was a club. There were people other than at the club, granted, but there were so many people from the club. The kids all knew each other. They were running amok. Well, not, you know what I mean? They were being kids. They got a chance to be kids with a group of kids where all the adults were keeping an eye on them. You know what I mean? That it was just, it was fabulous. It was absolutely, absolutely fabulous. I think I want one more flower here. Yeah, it really was a lovely, lovely thing to watch. I miss those days where, you know, I was involved with a lot of things. So we all had our kids running around and they had friends other than friends in school. It was just fabulous seeing the interaction between these kids running around being kids, and no screens, and you know all these young ones going, oh wow, I like your headers, or you know what I mean, like it was just it was just magical to me. It was just such a fabulous day, and they raised a fair bit of cash for the family that needed it, which made me doubly happy. They raised about $4,000 for the family. So it was a family that the husband of the family actually had cancer, and he was supposed to be there yesterday, but his funeral was last Saturday. And yesterday was actually their wedding anniversary. So it was really, really nice that the communities came together for this for them. Yeah, exactly. 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 All right. I need to thicken the hair here a little bit. Not thicken it, but deepen the color a little bit because you can really see the neck and stuff underneath. Think of her nose. And we need a mouth. Ugh. Schnoober. These brushes, these ones, water goes up the ferrule, and you need to wipe it off because as soon as you pick up paint, it's going to go into your paint and make a big blob. And I know this. I have corrected this many times on my work. Color eyes, guys. Like color eyes. Brown, please. All right. Now, I think I want her looking that way. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, so we need a belly button. Right there. Right there. We got a belly button. Okay. Gotta let the facial stuff dry, we need to do some platform shoes. Might as well use the orange because it's here. Gray streaks in her hair. I have brown hair, brown eyes. Well, I have graying hair, brown eyes. Okay, so we need platforms. So they got to be like really high. Those are way big. She doesn't have that big of feet. Let's cut that back to there. Hi, Beth. How are you? Well, these didn't turn out the way I'd anticipated. But I'm going to make them work. Yes, yes, I am. We're going to glue those down. Caught me making paper dolls again. A paper doll. Because I had to pull a stick because I'm having a day. We're getting there. She's getting there. She's almost the way I envisioned her. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take this brush and we're going to take some black and we're going to start tidying up some of this mess that I've got here. Okay, I think what I need to do is I need to come in with a gel pen first and fix some of this up. Although I do have a big smudgy blob over there that definitely needs a bigger brush to deal with it. How are you, Beth? Do anything exciting this weekend? All I've been doing is cooking for people. It feels like. Oh, you want to see the zine with the. Well, it was a carving of a hobo. And because we're supposed to be making it into our own stuff, he's now a vampire hobo with, just hair around. But if you see, like at the bottom, whoever the carver was, he carved the guy's toes sticking out of his shoe. So he's going to be different. Okay, so I can hold her up so you can see a little bit better. The flowers are still a little scraggly. I'm going to come back in and fix those up as well. Let's give her a bit of a chin thing here happening. This paint is not coming the way I want it to, but we'll get this. We'll get this happening here. We really will get this happening here. Let's use this heavier liner brush. Whoa, let's not dump it in the paint. Yeah, there's supposed to be zines of gratitude or something. I'm not feeling very gracious today. I'm tired. And I'm sick of cooking. And I gotta cook one more bigger meal today. And then I can just cook for the three of us and it'll be good. Oop. Well, need to pick that up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Getting there. We're getting there. Definitely getting there. All right. All right. So I am going to make bigger platformy kind of things happening here. I'm going to use the brown, the dark brown, and I'm going to give them some thick brown soles. And they're going to be kind of like the wedges, right? So they're going to go like this. Straight across. I don't know. Can you see that? Does that work for a wedge? When I do the outlining and stuff, I think it'll show up better. All right, all right, all right. So now we were going to have her holding a sign, but I think I want to do the sign out of something that kind of looks like a board. So I think what I'll do first is we will do like a little chain from each hand. You know, it's like I don't have a problem. It's just that I'm doing it like 3 days in a row. I planned on doing 2 days in a row, which is okay, but this third one is kind of like, and if it wasn't my grandson, it's, yeah, I get myself into these things, right? Okay, so we need fingers. hands with fingers. So I've got to make them just that little bit longer. And they're a little bit wider, right? Hands are a little bit wider than the wrists. It's almost like she's got her hands on her hips, but they're not going to be. That's not what it's going to be. Maybe I should have it like a rope, right? If I do, let's mix some of this and some of this. So it's got both colors in it, but it's more ropey colored. You know what I mean? Okay, so if it she's got it in this hand and that hand, it would kind of hang down. Okay, Sherry, take care. Yeah, no, Beth, I would not let Ron or Norm cook for me. I love them, but no, no. I'm thinking. Okay, well, we're gonna have a rope come out here. I'm gonna turn that into a rope. I like that color. So that's gonna be the rope. I guess there'd be a little bit coming out the top because she's holding it. Kind of like in a fist, right? She's holding. And so then I will come in with the gel pen and I'll do kind of like S marks in it to make it look like a rope. So now we need kind of like a board. So I'm going to take that thick flat brush and I'm going to make a board. Same color as our hair, we'll just use that. We'll add a little bit of black. This could be a big board. Like this. So then the rope is going to go kind of around the board. And I'll make it look like there's a hole in the board. And I'm going to take the black and I'm going to give it some goofy looking ends. And sort of like some little, just thin little black lines in the middle of it. Nothing too intense, just so that it kind of looks like it's actually a board. Black around the ends of the rope so it looks like they're in a hole. And we gotta let that dry. And I think I'll go back and touch up those flowers now. Norm makes good omelets. Well, I don't think I want either of them in my kitchen anyway. It's just easier on me I mean, if it's just Ron and Norm, it's easy. It's easy. But when I've got additional people with food things in the mix, that I find, you know, I mean, I haven't been restaurant cooking for anybody. You know what I mean? Like the family dinner Friday, it's like you're gonna eat what I cook because I'm not going out of my way to cater to. I don't like fruit. I don't like, you know. We did smoked pork tenderloin. I bought some pre-seasoned ribs. No, wings from Costco, and I made a big pan of roasted veggies, which probably could have been cooked in extra 5 minutes, but I did not. I didn't test them before I took them out. All right, I like the flowers. I'm going to take the white gel pen and make those into the platforms, right? And we're going to give it like line things like this. Not that we can see them, but they're there. I think too, Jan, because I've been getting up super early because I got up so that we could be at Costco right when it opened on Wednesday. So I was up at 6:30, and then yesterday I was up at 6:30 because I had a foot nurse appointment at 8, and then I was at the car show all day. And but I woke up before my alarm. I was actually awake at 5:30 ish. Like it's just been stupid sleeping, you know. And there's really no reason for being having stupid sleeping. It's just been happening the way it is, which, my normal sleep, but with I can't spend a day in bed because there's company, which is fine. It's absolutely wonderful having company. You know, Ron and Norm need to spend time together out in the shop, and that's exactly what they're doing. It was my brother that tired me out. Okay. So I'm just going around the petals of the sunflower. And because they've got 2 rows of petals, 2 or 3 rows. And so I'm going to do an outside row. Then I'm going to come in and do like an inside row, alternate kind of thing. See, I left all this room up top. Why did I do that? I wanted her to be really tall and skinny, and I thought I was going to add huge hair or whatever, and did not. And so now I'll do the same thing with the daisies. I'll just kind of loop the petals a little bit. Should probably have waited till the paint dried. Little lines under the centers of these daisies. Of course, I have to come and put some shading under the chin and under the eyes and give her some cheeks and stuff. We're nowhere near done yet, guys. Nowhere near done yet. Sorry I'm quiet. I'm concentrating on these flowers. Flowers, flowers everywhere. Okay, so it's usually a crease under the eye, like that. And then, of course, over the eye. All right, all right. She's getting there, she's getting there. I know. Stupid sleep. I don't know if it's because I'm thinking, oh, I got this and this and this to do today. I got to get up at, you know. So you wake up and you start looking at the clock and like, oh yeah, I can sleep for an hour, but you're awake now and you're not going to sleep. And then, of course, let's get out the pencils now. We need the pencils. I like to give just a little bit of blue the edges of the eyes where the whites are. To me, it gives it that little bit more depth to show that they're round. Cheekbones. What are we going to do for cheeks? We'll use, what are you? You are crown. I don't know what. What color are you? Prisma color? It's a red. We can use it. Just give, a little bit of red on the cheekbones. And kind of, I'm really kind of happy with her face. I don't know. Now for these, go like this. And because we want the puffy sleeves. And they kind of got a little bit of a gathering, right? Does it look like puffy sleeves, guys? Okay, so this is the rope. We'll outline it. Then we'll do those S marks I was talking about. Okay, so let's do this top. It's got a nice roughly bottom edge. Tried to fix that top edge here. I think what I'll do, let's take some black paint. And we'll put some black paint, and then I'm going to put kind of like a little buckle thing on it. With a peace sign on it or something. Hi, April. I am doing a doll. It's just a doll. So I've got to let that dry now, but we can outline this board. It's got some kind of funky edges to this board. And I think we're going to take white. Where's my really little brush? Now, if she was a true hippie, her shoes would be right at the bottom of her pants, right? Because we were having this conversation in another group, in a group that I belong to, that, the jeans were always dragging on the ground, and they were always, they were worn out, and, you know, guys, because we all had them. And the thing on the group kind of said, remember when? And I said, yeah, my jeans don't look like that. Because they showed them after being in a puddle, right? So that they were like wet all the way up to the knees, pretty much. Yes. Okay, so this needs a belt. This is a belt, so we're going to put a buckle. And then we got to do the pants. Did I decide what color I'm using for the shading? I think it was a brown that I decided was going to be the shadowy kind of color. So I need a brown pencil crayon. We'll use this one. It's a gray-brown, grayish brown. My jeans are still like that, Jen. Seriously. Doesn't bother me. I mean, even my kids had pants that were kind of frayed at the bottom. Didn't bother them, didn't bother me. You gotta wear what's comfortable. So the shading where it comes, the arms come out of the sleeves. Probably some shading under the arm here and there. And there. Shading under the belly, under where the shirt hangs over the belly. Definitely got to be shading under the side. Under the pants. She needs a necklace. She should actually have love beads as well. Now I wonder if I could do love beads out of gel pens. Pink and green and purple. I'm not showing all of her. Oh, somebody's leaking. Something feels sticky here. Oh, it's this grip part on this pen. It's old and it's sticky. All right, so we need love beads and different colors happening. All right. You need some lunch? Yeah, it is that time. So, what do you guys think? Do we call her complete? Is there anything else she might need? Anyone? Anyone? No one's talking to me? You think she's neat? Oh, thanks, Lisa. I'm just wondering if she needs something a little bit else. I'm going to outline all this stuff now. Give it a second line, but just on top of the pieces that I put in. Could have done those flares a little bit better, I think. I am not a fashionista kind of clothes job. It's not my forte, for sure. I like her. I'll be honest. I like her. Some sparkle somewhere too. A tattoo. Oh yeah. You know what? The other dolls I did recently, I put a heart and mom. Ron says, never see a heart and dad. So this one's going to have a heart and dad. Definitely going to have a tattoo of dad. Red. I need red. Yeah, yeah, I know. Some of them aren't bad. Some of them definitely aren't bad. Some of them are lacking. We know. Dangly diamond earrings. I don't know where they would go. The flowers kind of cover that part up. But you could have a bunch of bracelets. I could get out the gold uh, gel pen and give her a whole bunch of bangles. Definitely. Definitely do that. Let's grab that. I have this. We'll see what it looks like. Charm bracelets. Yeah. It was charm bracelets. I don't know how to do charm bracelets. I could just do a whole bunch of little dangly things off. Um, Maybe in paint because these gel pens didn't really work as nice as I had anticipated. Okay, so let's get, what did I have here? I had green and pink and purple. And we will take a toothpick. You need coffee too? All right. So I'm just going to take the end of this toothpick and I'm just going to stick it in here. And I'm going to that's got to have some sort of color. There's some purple. Ah, and the green. Pink. Pink, pink, pink. Yeah, they would usually have like the big hoop earrings, right? I got neon pink. That would be what they would have for sure. Wash. That's better. They show up better. Okay, let's outline that heart. Give it an arrow. All right, charm bracelets. How am I going to do that? Let me think. Let me think. That's going to be the charm bracelet. This is just the, oh, missed it by a mile, Kim. Missed it by a mile. What am I going to use? I could use the little white sparkly things like this. And then just kind of attach them to the bracelet. Like that. Well, I guess I need to outline the buckle. The holes for the laces need to have outline. Trying to see what I've missed. What have I missed? What have I missed? Yeah, I know. Oh, I could do the white belt loops. Definitely, I like the white belt loops. Good idea, Teresa. Thank you. Like it. Like the hippie chicks. Some sort of patch on her pants. Yeah. Like a one of those circles with a war and then a line through it. Do I have? I need. You know what I need? I've got this piece of purple here. That's what I'm going to make the patch out of. It's not going to be a nice level patch, right? Because we don't want it level. So it needs to have a circle. And the word war. We'll do that in white. I'll let that dry just a little bit. Cut that down just a little bit. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. You're right, guys. We're all on the same page here. Definitely on the same page here. So I'm going to glue that down because the white is still wet. The ink is wet. And maybe I'll do like a bubble lettered love over there. Okay, so it would have stitching around it. Because it's a patch, right? And then we'll go like this. She sewed it on. Then a line through it. Oh, wet paper just smushed like a big mess. What the heck kind of paper was that? As soon as it got wet, it really just disintegrated on me, guys. Instructions for something. It's not like it's dictionary page or whatever. Okay, so here we should have a big, almost like it's embroidered, right? And it should be like love in bubble letters. That should be colored in bright colors. We can have a green. How are you going to do this good? Well, sort of. Green and turquoise. I'm going to have to come in with a thicker black. And pink, hot pink. And what else? Yellow. Will a yellow be good on here? Find out. Not bad. And then we're definitely going to go over that again in black. What else does she need? What else does she need? I don't know. Is she done, guys? Is she done? Well, she's got a piece necklace. We'll do it in gold. And they usually had chokers too, right? This one? Yellow sparkle something. Yellow sparkle, what have I got that's yellow and sparkly? I have, let me look. Mm. Well, if I'd had brains, I'd have used these. I don't think I've got room for it to show. Okay, well, I'm going to use this then. This is glitter paint, kids glitter paint, and it's a green, but I think it will work fine. I'm just going to look at all this paint on my palette that I wasted. What a shame. Come on. Don't need much. And I know it's green, but it'll still do what I need it to. This is nasty stuff. You know what? I'm going to use this one because yep, it's glittering. It's glittering. It's going to have to dry for a little while. And then you know what? I'm just going to do the centers of these too. Just give it a light touch. Oh, guys, I wish you could see this. Wish you could see the glitter. I really do. Let's do the peace sign with the glitter as well. Carefully, carefully. It was a metallic marker, but the glitter is much nicer. Can you see the glitter? Can you see that bling? You can see it on the peace sign. A little bit on the flowers, but definitely on the peace sign you can see it. Did I capture what we were hoping to capture here? I'm going to do these bracelets too. And shoes? The whole shoe? The whole shoe? Just the orange top? God, that's a disco hip, guys. Trying to show you the flowers. They're blingy, guys. You just can't see it. But they are cute. Just little bits of sparkle. So, should we call her Sparkle? Or Stardust? Sparkle, Stardust? What's a good hippie name? Oh, look. Teresa? Should we call her Teresa? Ring in the nose? We could do a ring in the nose. How about just a nose piercing? Oh, yeah. We got to do the belly button piercing too. So they got bling too. No, ringing the nose wasn't a thing in the 60s. But if they'd have thought about it, it should have been. Freedom? Yes. I like that. Freedom it is, guys. What do you think? Freedom? There we go. Freedom she is. All right, guys. It has been 2 hours and a little bit from all those free hugs. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna call it a day. I will be back tomorrow, going live at 12:45. I will have something better planned for tomorrow. Although this was a blast, but I really do need to go upstairs and put some clothes on because I'm still in my pajamas. It's been a day. So I appreciate everybody in chat who has been throwing out ideas and helping me along with our lovely freedom. And I would like to thank everybody in the balcony and anybody who watches the replay. One hug got too close. Well, maybe. Well, it was all that free love and stuff. Yeah, I will. I'll do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to make supper, and after that, I will take her upstairs so I can give her a good photograph, and I will share her with you guys. So, thanks everybody for being here. Big hugs to each and every one of you. I appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow. Because, as I say, going live at 12:45, and big hugs. Take care, everybody, and have a wonderful evening. Bye now, from me and Freedom.